guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you're here. Today's video will be my experience living in a camper van for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks, which is plenty of time.
We're about to return our rental car.
And I'll let you know.
As always, he's working, but we're here at the Fa'aa airport. About to check into our flight to New Zealand.
Auckland.
Hemos llegado a Nueva Zelanda.
Auckland.
We've arrived to New Zealand.
Cheers.
Everybody's up.
We decided that the way that we were going to travel New Zealand was going to be in a camper van. One of our friends told us about this idea and we loved it. So we decided to go with Mad Campers.
Here we go.
And we're ready. So let's take off.
Mad. First day. Day 1. Hour 1. Auckland.
Goodbye.
I'm driving on the other side of the road, but it's legal.
As we were driving around Auckland, we saw the Sky Tower and we decided to go check it out. We actually did not go to the top just because we didn't feel like spending $100 to go see the city from up there, which I'm sure looks beautiful. But we've done that plenty of times in other places like Paris, Norway, and we just didn't want to do that this time. But we did go to the casino instead. We actually did win some money, which ended up paying for our parking because the parking was $30 an hour, so that worked out. After the casino, we drove around Auckland to see the city.
We are at Countdown and we are buying groceries for our camper van.
Yep, we got a bunch of groceries, but it looks like we'll be doing a lot of cooking. I'm excited for that.
We thought that it would be cheaper to buy groceries and cook for ourselves. Since the camper van does have a stove, we decided to do breakfast and lunch in the camper van, and we did do the occasional dinner at a restaurant. After getting groceries, we did set up the camper van. We organized all our food. There's lots of storage. So here we are organizing our bed for the next 2 weeks. After being in Auckland for a couple hours, we decided to head up north to the Waipu Caves. We were extremely tired, so we ended up pulling over to a gas station for a nap. But that turned into the whole night.
So here we are on the way to Waipu. We spent the night in a gas station. Not exactly how we wanted our first night or imagined our first night in our camper van to be, but it worked. We were tired, roads are long, woke up, no shower, no brushing of the teeth, but it's okay. Hey Laura, say hello Laura. Top of the morning to you, ma'am. How are you? How'd you sleep in our van? Our beautiful home. A so-so? Wee-wee?
I slept in jeans.
Continue on our review of our first night in the gas station.
Now we can say we slept at a gas station.
Yeah? In the petrol station, as they say here.
The patrol.
And now we continue our journey to the Waipu Caves.
Coming up on our first campsite.
Waipu Caves.
This is the free version of the Glowworm Caves. I know there's another one that people told us about. That one you did have to pay. This one is more do it yourself, on your own risk. There's no, I want to say lifeguard, but there's no security there watching people. You just kind of go in.
Okay, getting breakfast started.
It's a brunch.
Brunch. Heading into Waipu Caves.
Going into the cave was a little scary at first just because of how dark it can be down there. But it was cool to see because once you turned the lights off, you would see the glowworms and it looked like you were staring at a sky full of stars.
Ok, acabamos de salir de las cuevas Waipu y de verdad qué belleza. O sea,
Simplemente increíble.
no se veía nada.
And parecía estrella, the universe inside that cave.
Es tan oscuro que uno piensa que le va a salir el coco de cualquier lado. El coco no hace así.
After the Waipu Caves, we started to head up north. The goal was to make it to Cape Ringa. We did make a couple of stops. One of them was in Waitangi, where the treaty between the British and the Maori people of New Zealand was signed. And after a few stops, we kept driving to Cape Ringa. The drive was more than 3 hours. And when we got there, it was closed because somebody that was on a hike threw the cigarette to the ground and they started a fire. It was really sad because the Australian fires were going on at this time as well. We had to go to another camping site and spend the night. But we came back really early in the morning because we wanted to be the first ones there and in our pajamas.
Acabados de levantar del carrito casa, como dice mi mamá.
Top of the morning to you. 8 de la mañana. Aprovechamos to come to Cape Ringa
Disculpa el peinado.
in our pajamas.
Listo, ahorita les mostramos cómo dos océanos se
unen.
unen. ¿Cuáles océanos son? El Pacífico con el Tasmanio.
Con el Tasman Sea. Yes.
Pero Pacífico, obviamente, ese sí lo conocemos porque en Colombia el océano es Pacífico, papi.
When people told me about Cape Ringa and the two oceans meeting, for some reason I pictured two waves crashing into each other. It's just a slight curve in the water, and that's how you can see the two oceans are meeting. Regardless, it's still beautiful to see. And legend has it that at this point in Cape Ringa, the spirits of the dead go into the underworld to make it to the afterlife. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm waiting for you to hit it. After spending a few days in the north in Cape Ringa, we decided to come back down south through the west side of the island, and we stopped in Waipua Forest to go see some kauri trees. This is Tane Mahuta. This is one of the largest and the oldest tree in New Zealand. It's over 2,000 years old. The video does not do it justice. It's humongous, and it was so beautiful to see this tree. It is actually being conserved and protected because there is disease killing some kauri trees. So before you go into the forest and after you come out, you have to disinfect your shoes. After paying a visit to Tane Mahuta, we kept heading south towards Rotorua, where we stopped at Waikite Thermal Pools. This campsite was really cool because it has these geothermal valleys that have been here since the beginning of time. So these hot springs that you see here have been here for thousands of years. There are man-made pools that you can go into, and those actually take the water from these springs. They're ran through cooling processes so that when it reaches the pool, it's a comfortable temperature for humans. After being in Rotorua for 2 days, we headed down to Napier. Napier is known for its wineries. We went to Mission Winery, actually the oldest winery in New Zealand, and we spent a nice afternoon there with some German friends that we made at a camping site, just doing a wine tasting and touring the grounds of this building that has been here for, so many years and has so much history. After Napier, we did make the 4.5-hour drive to Wellington. My dad actually told me about a cousin that lives in Wellington that I have never met before. So it was cool to hang out with her. We did go to the Museum of New Zealand and we saw this war exposition that had these huge statues that had realistic human features. And it was really cool to see that because the details on these statues were amazing. They were so realistic. And they paid tribute to the soldiers that fought in World War II. We also found this Carlucci place, which is a putt-putt mini golf. It works on the honor system, so there's nobody there to actually take your money. So, you just have to be honest and pay, and once you pay, you can get your clubs and your golf balls and start playing. The last stop that we made before heading back up north to Auckland was Taupo. Taupo was really nice. It had like a big city feel in a small city. At least that's what I felt. So that's what I liked about it. I think this was one of my favorite places. We went to the Tumuhiki Lake, which has a little thermal natural pool, and then it has the lake right next to it, which is really cold water. So it was nice to be in the hot natural pool for a little bit and then go into the cold lake water. We also went to Huka Falls, which is part of the Waikato River, which is New Zealand's longest river. And the falls were so strong. They were so nice to see, and the watercolor was beautiful. So I truly enjoyed this experience and I definitely recommend it. If you're gonna go to New Zealand, the camper van life is the way to go. And New Zealand is the spot to do it because there's so many camping sites around the island. There's so much nature to see, so many things to learn about the Maori people, and it was just cool to get in touch with nature. Thank you again for being here. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm waiting for you to hit it. Or the like button, and comment down below any questions that you may have about New Zealand. I would love to answer them. See you next time.